The ninth island has taken over, people.
You can only get this here. We are at Resorts World in Las Vegas. They have over 50 unique and wonderful restaurants.
It's worth the trip to Vegas just for this right now. I'm at Resorts World Las Vegas at the first vegan, all vegan, fine dining restaurant on the Strip, Crossroads, and joining me all the way from Mililani, Hawaii, Chef Scott Okazaki. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
So plant-based, I mean, you were a sushi chef
Yes.
in Hawaii,
Yes.
and now you're overseeing plant-based cuisine. But the beauty about this place is you don't realize you're eating plant-based foods.
Yep.
So I know you had a buffet today.
Yep.
And so you grabbed some items for us to try. Can you walk me through this process?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're gonna do our Caesar salad on this side. That's one of our staples. It's been around for over 12 years.
Okay.
Very delicious. A little bit of assorted fruits there. And we're gonna get into the main courses here. You got Florentine spinach, sauteed spinach, our plant-based bacon, plant-based sausage, chicken
Wow.
and waffles, and a potato roasty.
This is,
These
okay.
are all delicious. You know, you're not gonna miss meat. This roasty is one of those signature
And then have
things
you
that
try
has
some
been,
of this
yeah,
with me.
has
Okay.
been an absolute hit.
So this is a plant-based sausage.
Yes, plant-based. Well,
Nobody would know.
Mhm.
It's delicious. Chicken?
chicken and waffle, a little bit of spicy maple syrup.
Here, I'm gonna just cut a little bit. So these are the items on the buffet.
Yes.
Tell me about the a la carte menu.
A la carte menu is basically a Mediterranean-based menu. We do a lot of pastas, and so you got nice, Caesar salads, a lot of that kind of stuff. A lot of appetizers, ricotta stuffed blossoms, things of those nature.
Got a little spice to that.
Chicken's got a little spice. Yep.
That's very good. So chicken and waffles, plant-based bacon.
Seaweed based.
Seaweed based.
Mhm. It's got a good crisp to it, not like
got
other
a
vegan
crisp.
bases. Yep.
You wouldn't
Salty,
know.
Very good, yeah.
You just wouldn't know. Okay, now you made a nice little charcuterie.
It's a nice little cheese plate.
Okay.
We do our house-made ricotta cheese. It's a Boursin cheese, but we do a almond ricotta. Then we have a few things that are made for us. This is a Rhine Lapsang cheese. It's a tea cheese made
Okay.
with cashews. And then this is a Climax blue cheese from chickpeas.
Okay. And
A
what
bit
is
of roasted
this right
almond.
there?
That's a quince paste.
So how should we attack this?
I'll just put a couple crackers down.
So when you have guests come here
Mhm.
and they come in, they know the name of the restaurant is Crossroads, but
Yeah.
are they looking for plant-based when they're coming in
Some
here?
of them are, some of them aren't. We fooled a few people.
You fooled a few
We
people.
fooled a few people. You can give that a try.
Okay. So cheese. Cheese is vegan.
Plant-based cheese.
Plant-based cheese, people.
These are, we've gotten rave compliments about this ones. This
That's
blue
delicious.
cheese,
It's
yes.
better than real cheese
Maybe a little better for you.
and better for you.
Yes. But the blue cheese has been an absolute hit. We sell a lot of these cheese plates at dinner.
That's so
and
good.
it's-
So
yeah.
different.
Mhm.
Really, really delicious. Okay, now I see eggs.
Traditional, pancakes, eggs, vegan butter.
Vegan butter.
Vegan butter, full regular maple syrup, but just your eggs here. Do a nice cut of this.
So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but only on the weekends you guys have a buffet. Is that correct?
The brunch buffet is only on Sundays right now.
Okay.
We actually started this last year for Mother's Day. Absolute hit, and we wanted to continue it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm assuming it's going to be one of the first plant-based buffets.
So what do you like about this restaurant? It's got to be challenging.
You're making, you're adding flavor to the food.
Mhm.
You're not just getting a nice piece of steak and seasoning it. We have to add a lot of flavor to everything, and we're replicating dishes that, are just known around the world, basically.
This is better than a regular pancake.
It's just a weird thing, yeah.
It's a weird
We
thing.
try.
Plant-based is really good.
It can be good. Done
Yeah.
right, it can be good.
That's excellent. And this is plant-based egg.
Plant-based eggs. It's going to be a mung bean-based egg.
Mung bean.
Yes.
Wow.
But that is what it is.
We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to eat that pasta.
Yeah.
We're going to drink some cocktails, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the restaurant and yourself.
Sound
We'll
good?
be right back.
All right, pop quiz, guys. Do you ever wonder how farm fresh ingredients get from the farm to the restaurant? You probably don't think about stuff like that, but that's all we think about. But we're not a farm, and we're not a restaurant. We're the guys who connect the best local products to the best restaurants. We search out new food trends, help with menu options. We're Cisco, and you probably don't know everything we do. But your favorite restaurant? Yeah, they do.
And we are back with Chef Scott. You left Mililani
Yes.
to come to Vegas. And I believe you were saying that you wanted to really enhance your culinary.
Yes.
And so what's the difference between here and Hawaii, would you say, about the food?
Not a lot of difference. Obviously, there were a lot of things that I missed about Hawaii as far as the local food. But in the past few years, out here, it's exploded.
That's why it's called the Ninth Island for a reason.
Yep, we have everything out here now.
Yeah.
We still miss, a few things, but those things out here hold you over enough. And when people visit, they always bring stuff. So
They always bring you stuff.
whatever I ask for, they can bring it.
So I think, because Chef Devin, he was an Iolani grad,
Yep.
the executive
Chef of Resorts, right? Yep,
of the resort, he's actually brought a lot of Hawaii here.
absolutely.
Wow. So it's a great place for locals to come.
Mhm.
Look for you at Crossroads. Devin's always walking around somewhere.
Yep.
And then there's so many other, you have a sous chef from Hawaii as well.
There's a lot of people. There's all over the resort. There's Hawaii connections everywhere.
That's amazing.
From the nightclubs all over the place. They're here.
That is amazing. Okay, this is a vegan pasta.
This is our vegan rigatoni vodka pasta. One of our staples. Sell a ton of these at night. But yeah, it's basically just the Calabrian chili with some marinara sauce that we make here. We make our own pastas here, everything. So
Well, I'm going
this
to have
is-
you do
this
the
is
honors.
Absolutely, yeah. This is one of our best dishes, and it's just phenomenal.
Wow. That sauce is incredible.
Mhm.
This is vegan.
100% vegan.
Oh my God, I'm blown away.
Still has the creaminess and a little bit
Yeah.
of spice, and yep.
So what is the one thing? Okay, this pasta is the best seller. What are the other must-haves when you come here?
Just past season, we just started a lion's mane mushroom steak. So it's a fillet cut that's charred and seasoned and marinated, and texture is amazing. This lion's mane mushroom has been, popping up here and there, but it's one of those things that it's a very, very close meat replica.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow, that's something that you have to try.
That has been a must try.
Yeah. So it's like can you do a taste test?
We can do a taste test.
But have a real carver steak? Have a carver steak next to this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun to do.
Carver has actually started doing some vegan items too, so
Is that right?
We will challenge them.
Oh my
anytime they
goodness.
need.
Okay, so maybe that's what we got to do in like 5 minutes or so.
Mhm.
These are some cocktails that you guys also have on the menu.
Yes.
I didn't realize that you also have a specific vegan-inspired cocktail and wine list.
Absolutely. Hard to realize that a lot of cocktails and a lot of alcohols are not vegan.
That is, who knew?
So that is something we have to learn.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. So that would be the blackberry.
That's delicious.
The
Very
blackberry
tart.
fields, yes.
Very tart.
And this one is the pineapple palooza.
Very good. You can't. I'm vegan today. I feel very healthy.
Yeah, we're gonna transform the world one person at a time.
One person at a time. One dish at a time.
Absolutely.
So, are there desserts on the menu?
There are some desserts.
So how do you make a vegan dessert? Oreo cookies are
Oreo cookies are actually vegan. We've
They are
had used
vegan.
that before. But we do a lot of things in house. We make our own banana pudding. That make our own vanilla wafers with a pudding, whipped cream,
wow.
caramelized bananas, everything. And then we got a great pastry team here that will make some, tiramisu and that kind of things. That
I'm blown away.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that you could have a full service vegan
absolutely.
restaurant. You don't realize you're eating vegan. Everything is emulated,
Yes.
very similar to what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
I think this dining culture has changed, but so much more, and it advanced in so many ways. This is a lifestyle,
Yes.
and people need to have this option, and to have flavorful dishes that you don't even know you're eating vegan. That's incredible.
That's what we
Incredible.
strive for.
You can't end a meal without a dessert, so we have plant-based desserts that Chef had brought for us to try. What is this?
That's going to be our tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
Yep.
So, I'm lactose intolerant.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. Not bad.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's damn good.
And this
What
next
is
one
this?
is one of our most popular desserts now. It's our banana pudding. We do our own vanilla wafers here, caramelized bananas, vegan whipped cream, obviously, but this has
Wow.
been really good.
Okay.
Not bad.
This is really good.
That's good, yeah.
That's
That
damn
one's
good.
We're proud of that one.
And you make these in-house
We
too?
make these vanilla wafers here, yep.
You should package these.
We'll see what we can do. A little extra money doesn't hurt. And then for our gluten-free, we do a gluten-free brownie. We try to, make sure everybody can eat here, but that is a gluten-free brownie that we make
Gluten-free
here.
brownie.
And then a lemon cake. That is also, a little baked goods.
You can't taste the difference.
No,
That's
it's
what I'm
fine.
saying. Like, it's just every bite, so good.
Mhm.
You have to come to Crossroads. Period.
Yep.
So good. So the history of Crossroads, though,
Yes.
it started, there's in California, the
Yes.
location. And the chef that created the vegan menu, he did a lot with the stars,
Absolutely.
a lot of famous people.
Yep.
And then how did he come to Vegas?
Chef Tall opened Melrose Crossroads in 2012.
Mhm.
And before that, he's been plant-based for a while. He was personal chef for a few celebrities, Ellen DeGeneres. He's done cooking for Oprah. That was there for about 10 years. And then they got an opportunity to open here. And the owners of Resorts World loved this cuisine.
I see.
And they wanted to put it right in here. So
I love it.
May 2022, we open here. So yeah.
So there's a reason to come to Resorts World more than just seeing Chef Scott, but there's a full vegan inspired menu here at Crossroads. You have to come here, try it. You don't realize you're eating vegan. It's so amazing. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for walking me through this
Of
process.
course. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, pop quiz, guys. Do you ever wonder how farm fresh ingredients get from the farm to the restaurant? You probably don't think about stuff like that, but that's all we think about. But we're not a farm. And we're not a restaurant. We're the guys who connect the best local products to the best restaurants. We search out new food trends, help with menu options. We're Cisco, and you probably don't know everything we do. But your favorite restaurant? Yeah, they do.
We are at Resorts World Las Vegas at Wally's. Now, people think Wally's is a steakhouse, but it's so much more than that. If you look at behind me, we're surrounded by beautiful wines that are for purchase, retail. And then also, I'm going to have Chef Sean explain a little bit more about the concept.
Awesome, perfect. So welcome to Wally's,
Thank
Las
you.
Vegas here in Resorts World. Wally's originally started in California in Westwood.
Okay.
It started out as a small cheese shop, and it just grew and grew with the locals just embracing. They have 2 locations. One is in Santa Monica Boulevard, and they have another one in Beverly Hills. And then 3 years ago, when Resorts World opened, we opened up here.
As they should be here.
They should.
Yeah. So let's start with one of these beautiful items that you prepared for us.
Okay. So here we have today's selection of oysters. We have some East Coast and West Coast oysters. For West Coast, we have Kumamoto oysters, which are one of my favorites. And then we have some Blue Point oysters from the East Coast.
Okay.
I would like for us to start out with the Kumamotos,
Okay.
my favorite. Now, the way that I like to enjoy them, we'll do a little bit of lemon
Okay.
on the first one.
So squeeze your lemon.
Just a little squeeze action.
Okay.
These have already been obviously shucked, but they should just,
Wow.
I like to give them a little slide.
It's very milky and beautiful. Okay. And then just
Go for it.
go for it.
You have to.
Okay. Cheers.
Now,
Delicious.
what I think is amazing about these oysters, the Kumamotos, is there's a little bit of brininess from the sea and the ocean, but they're a good starter
Yes.
oyster. So I would like for us to try the Kumamoto again, but with our scallion ginger mignonette sauce. Now, if you'd like to, I'm going to put some of this on there for you. And then afterwards, we're going to try a little champagne.
Okay, after we eat this oyster, we're going to have a
Yes.
sip of champagne. So oysters and champagne go hand in hand.
Classic. And we got some variety of champagnes here.
Okay. Hey, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Very nice.
This is very special right here.
Wow. Okay.
So would you like to try our Blue Points?
So I think yes, because the Blue Point oyster is going to have a different texture.
100%.
Okay, let's
So
have it.
we're going to go in the same manner. Oh, a little lemon
Okay.
on this one. All right.
Okay, here we go. These are the Blue Point oysters.
Yes.
These are a little bit meatier.
A little bit meatier. I think a little bit less salty, but
That's-
meatier.
Yeah. Very good. So you can actually come in here, select some beautiful champagnes and wines, come here, have some light appetizers, and really kind of start your evening, or come here for dinner, breakfast, or lunch.
Yes, 100%. We do 3 meals here.
Wow.
We open at 8 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
and we close at 11.
Wow. So you're here, you don't sleep.
I get some sleep. We have an amazing team here.
Mhm.
We can't do this all ourselves, right?
Sure.
So I'm very fortunate to have that.
Well, I want to talk about this beautiful truffle dish because the truffle smell is so amazing.
It's-
Please talk about this.
So this is a Wally's classic through and through.
Okay.
This was in Westwood when they originally opened. This is one of the first dishes that they did. This is very special. So we have a baker in California that does these baguettes for us.
Oh, wow.
So we take the baguettes, we trim them up a little bit. We put a truffle butter inside,
Truffle butter.
truffle butter. We put brie. Then they get wrapped in foil. Then when it's time to fire them off, to cook them off, we pop them in the wood fire oven in the foil, because you want to start that cooking process, right? For 2-3 minutes. You pull them out of the oven, then we slice them, and then they go back in the oven. We toast both sides.
Wow. Okay.
Once they come out nicely caramelized, truffle honey, fresh truffles on top, finished with truffle salt that we make here.
Truffle, truffle.
Truffle, truffle, truffle.
Okay. Wow. You can see all of the brie and everything in here.
Oh yeah. That nice baguette crunch,
Incredible.
and you just have to go for it.
Chef, thank you so much for sharing some of the dishes with me. Continued success. Congratulations on making 3 years here.
3 years, yes.
All right, pop quiz, guys. Do you ever wonder how farm fresh ingredients get from the farm to the restaurant? You probably don't think about stuff like that, but that's all we think about. But we're not a farm, and we're not a restaurant. We're the guys who connect the best local products to the best restaurants. We search out new food trends, help with menu options. We're Cisco, and you probably don't know everything we do. But your favorite restaurant? Yeah, they do.
We're back at Wally's, and joining me is the sommelier, Jeff. Jeff, so thank you so much for doing this show.
Pleasure to be here.
I know you hand selected some great wines to be paired with the beautiful charcuterie board that your cheesemonger Tiffany has created for us. So I'd like you to talk a little bit about the wine selection.
So here at Wally's, we have about 1,500 bottles on our list. So to show some of the breadth of what we offer, and these are both available by the glass here. First up, for white wine, we have a Pouligny Montrachet from Dominique Lafont. This is a Premier Cru, Le Champion vineyard. And this is Chardonnay, 100% Chardonnay, white wine from Burgundy. It's going to go really well with some of the cheeses that we have out here for you today. And then we're going to follow that with a Napa Red.
Okay.
So to start us off, we've got this wonderful wine that I think will go really nicely with your
So
cheeses.
you can buy this by the glass or by the bottle?
By the glass or by the bottle. And everything here at Wally's is available either in the restaurant to enjoy while you're dining here, or you can take it with you and enjoy in your room or suite,
So
however you wish.
basically, you, Tiffany, who's the cheesemonger, you, the sommelier, can basically curate something, an experience that you can take home, or
Correct.
you can stay here and enjoy.
Correct.
So the price points of these wines, because I know that you're very specific about the items that you folks carry here. What would this run you?
This particular wine by the glass is about $160. By the bottle would be right around $520, give or take.
Okay, we're drinking this whole thing.
I totally poured in the wrong glass.
That's very smooth. Very smooth. Should we try a piece of cheese with this?
I highly recommend. I would start with one of the firm white cheeses,
Okay.
perhaps this one right here in front of you, or a little bit of the.
Okay.
I think that'll work really well. It'll blend nicely. It'll be a really nice pairing for you.
I can see why you do your job. That was a good recommendation. Okay, let's go on to the red.
So for red from Napa Valley, we have Dominus 2018. This is a Bordeaux style blend made in Napa. Going to be predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon, a little bit of Merlot, a little bit of Cabernet Franc, made by a French winemaker who was encouraged to come to Napa by Robert Mondavi of Opus One fame. So we brought his wine in, figured we'd show you what some French DNA with Napa juice would be like, and this will go also well with the cheeses, but more so to highlight Brijola, the salami, and the hamon that is on that plate in front of
I
you.
love that you chose one of each so we can try some of the meats and the cheeses. So is it okay to pair white wine with a meat?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, it's all about what is to your palate and your liking. So it's about what makes the guest the happiest with their selection. That being said, one of my personal favorite pairings of all time is a cut of fatty tuna chitoro with a Pinot Noir from Burgundy, red Burgundy. Really, really elegant, very structured. The fattiness of the tuna pairs well with the tannin of the wine. Really helps kind of round everything together. That's been one of my favorite pairings of all time.
So can I ask you this? When guests come into the restaurant, do you suggest wines? Like, tell me how you kind of fit into this conversation.
The way that I prefer to work is I try to ask what somebody enjoys at home, what they like, and what they're having for dinner. And then through those questions, I can custom tailor based on my selection and offerings that I have available here, what they like and what's going to be best fitted to their palate. So we don't want to force anybody to drink anything that's not what they like or that's not something that's in their comfort zone. So try through careful questioning, custom tailor the experience based on what their palate might require.
Okay, I'm going to try a piece of the...
I would recommend the Rajol here in the middle with that red, yes.
But I'm gonna break the roses here.
That's quite all right. They're there.
Okay?
They're there to be enjoyed.
Okay.
The beauty of food is in its ephemeral nature.
Okay.
From Ralph Fiennes in the menu.
That's delicious.
And that should go really, 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 really well with your red wine.
This is delicious as well.
One I would recommend whenever tasting and pairing to try to sample things, sip of the wine, bite of the food, back to the wine. And you'll see how it tastes, how the flavor and profile changes and evolves through that interaction.
Wow. Now, there's some legs to this.
Yes.
What does the legs mean?
Legs are a indicator of alcohol content in wine. The faster they run, the more streaky they are, the higher the alcohol content, vice versa for the other.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily indicative of quality, it's an indication of alcohol content.
Well, I've learned a little bit more about wine today. Thank you so much,
You're very
Jeff,
welcome.
for doing the process with me.
It's my pleasure.